This is a Global Player original podcast.
There I was, along with a great big black mark for poor behaviour, and attached to it, the CCTV file.
No. Guys, I fell asleep on the toilet.
I genuinely think, like, a lot of the mental health crisis is because we just need to be at home for a 10 o'clock poo.
Yes.
That felt like a dogging story.
Yes. Yes.
We were parked up by a pub and we picked up a bird. I woke up with Uno cards in my hand and they said, your turn. Welcome to Shouldn't Laugh But with me, Laura Smyth.
And me, Carmen Butcher.
So this whole episode comes...
It's for the buttheads.
It's for the buttheads. Thank you for your lovely messages.
We love
they keep us
them.
going. And I'd hate any of you to think that you've slid into our DMs or emailed us and we're ignoring you.
Yep.
We just got a lot to get through.
Yep.
And maybe today is your time to shine. And when I say shine, I use the term loosely because this listener message, right, is pretty darn gross. Trigger warning, because we do a lot of shit in stories, but this is coming out the other end.
This
and
is the
not to
first
give the
bomb
jig up.
story. But it is a trigger warning because I have emetophobia. So for my emetophobia, girlies and guys,
If
this
you
is
don't
a zombie
like it,
story.
I'm going to say fast forward to 2.5 minutes time. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ladies, nice start.
Love it.
I absolutely love your podcast. I just listened to this week's recording whilst tidying the garden, as you do. Okay, show off.
Love it.
Anyway, you recently asked for stories about where you failed but still got the job. I've got a good one for you. Though once you've heard it, you'll see why I prefer to remain anonymous. I went to university more than a decade ago. Ooh, got the young uns. And while studying for my undergraduate degree, I was, like many students, committed to both academic excellence and catastrophic decision-making. I swear we've got the best writers in the game in our listeners. I embraced my new life as a fresher. Oh, freshers week.
Freshers week.
And when I wasn't studying, I had a fairly strict routine. All right. Gym hard, eat big, and then completely undo it all on a night out. We hear you.
Still doing it.
We hear you. We hear you.
Still doing it.
One evening, at the peak of a bulking phase, I suppose that's what boys talk about, getting them gains.
Yeah.
I'd consume what can only be described as an industrial quantity of chili con carne and rice.
Ooh.
I'm talking less meal and more catering order. I mean, I'm with you. I eat carbs like I'm Michael Phelps.
Love them.
Now, naturally, this was followed by numerous drinks. My choice at the time, a mixture of snake bite, Guinness, and Jaeger bombs. Yay. Fast forward to the journey home. I made it back to halls, heroically navigating the corridors before reaching the lift foyer, and apparently unleashing an event so significant it should have been logged by local authorities.
Oh dear.
I say apparently because I remember absolutely none of it.
Oh, what a treat for him.
Oh, what I do know is this. A week later, I received a letter summoning me to a disciplinary meeting. Never a good sign.
No.
Never a good
Things
sign.
your asshole can't handle.
Yo, disciplinary meeting. Oh, they sat me down. Very serious. Very official, and then played the CCTV footage. Oh mate,
no.
Video evidence, allow it.
No.
It was biblical. A vomit like you've never known before. Oh, this reminds me of like Stand By Me when it's the pie eating contest. It looked less like
That's
one.
why I can't watch that film.
It looked less like one student being sick and more like someone had overturned a vat of chili in a community festival. The sheer volume defied both logic and human anatomy, and there was no doubt that it was me on that footage. I watched in stunned silence as at my past self.
Silence or horror?
I don't know that guy.
Who's
Who's that guy?
Remember that.
That was chili con carne Jägermeister guy. This is Monday morning. I've got a seminar guy.
Oh man.
So the clean-up cost the university £400 English pounds. Anyway, years passed. I matured, drank slightly less, and completed my degree.
Yes.
I stayed on for a master's, and here's where it gets good, mate. It's been good. It's been done good. Applied for a job as a warden in the university halls of residence. This is giving big boys. You know, Katie Wick's character. You know, the responsible person that looks after the new students, the role model, the person guiding freshers towards good decisions. In the interview, they asked if I was an upstanding member of the community. Of course I was. I said yes with confidence, with conviction, with absolutely no recollection of the Great Chili incident. The trauma of that incident so great that they clearly Both they and I had cast it from memory, and I got the job. It wasn't until my first shift, a month or so later, when I had access to the university's internal security system, that curiosity got the better of me. I searched my own name. There I was, along with a great big black mark for poor behaviour, and attached to it, the CCTV file.
No.
I mean, this is years later, master's degree and everything. Of course, I watched it again one last time for closure. So in summary, there I was, officially employed to enforce standards, mentor students and uphold the dignity of the halls, all while quietly knowing that only a few years earlier, I had personally set the standard for what a clean-up job looked like in the lift foyer. From Anonymous. I'm guessing a guy.
I guess that's got to be
No
a guy.
no girls
no,
actually can't for gains.
and if they do, they're not going to admit it.
No.
Oh God,
Oh.
the clear. Who did the clear up job as well?
That sounds like an outside job for 400 quid. Or someone that was an hourly rate cleaner went, no,
Fuck
not today,
that
Satan. I
shit.
am not doing that
You know,
stuff.
my brother, we used to work in a hotel, and he was doing like a function, and someone went up to him, like one of his managers was like, "Look, mate, someone's been sick in the toilet. If you clean it up, we'll give you cash, like 200 quid. And my brother's like, oh, all right, whatever. Took the 200 quid, went in the toilet. Someone had already cleaned it up. He was like, woohoo! I know.
That is a sweet story.
Luckily.
We love that, Anonymous. Thank you
Yes,
for taking
thank
the time.
you. And also, we just hope that it wasn't horrific watching it back, or was it interesting?
Was it not?
Or was it more like a historical?
Yeah, don't even
event?
recognise yourself. This is the problem. This is the problem with social media nowadays. I do not identify
No.
as the person I was on social media yesterday, 3 days ago,
Yep.
a week ago, a month ago, and it's certainly not on my 2009 Facebook status updates.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Coming up next, we've got Carmen reading the next letter, snoozing on the job, or should I say, bug.
So, hi Laura and Carmen. I've got a very embarrassing story for you, and to this day I still can't think about it without wanting to move to another country. So I just got back from travelling and was trying to get over my jet lag. Oh yeah. The night before work, I took a sleeping tablet thinking, brilliant, this will sort me right out. The next morning, I dragged myself into the office feeling like I'd been hit by a bus. I was so exhausted I could barely function. I somehow made it into the 9 a.m. meeting, but honestly, I was fighting for my life. My eyes kept closing. I knew I needed to do something before I fully keeled over in front of everyone.
Oh, my God.
So I excused myself and said I was just popping to the toilet to splash some water on my face and maybe have a little walk. Literally do anything to wake myself up. Guys, I fell asleep on the toilet. Not just a little nod off either. I was absolutely sparko. Meanwhile, back in the meeting, an hour had gone by and my colleagues started to get concerned. I hadn't come back to the meeting room and I wasn't at my desk either. Eventually, they came looking for me and noticed one toilet cubicle had been locked the whole time. They started knocking, shouting my name, trying to get some kind of response. Nothing. At this point, they raised the alarm and the on-site management team were called in because they thought it was a genuine emergency. After a lot of knocking and panic, they decided they had no choice but to remove the cubicle door. And there I was, knickers round my ankles, sat on the loo, fast asleep. I then woke up to a gentle nudge from a very embarrassed man, who, to be fair to him, had his hands over his eyes out of respect while trying to wake me. Oh my God. I cannot explain to you the level of mortification I felt in that moment. In my panic, I told everyone I must have passed out. Sadly, this story fell apart quite quickly because I'm a snorer, and several people said that they are sure they heard me snoring from outside the cubicle. So they knew full well I'd not passed out. I'd simply had the world's deepest toilet nap.
Did she tell them? Come on, is there more?
Well, to make matters worse, I then got called into a meeting with HR and the company decided to charge me for the cost of the new door, which is now coming out of my pay packet. Oh, that's harsh. So yes, I took a sleeping tablet for jet lag, went to work, fell asleep on the toilet, had to be rescued like a damsel in distress with my underwear around my ankles, got caught out by my own snoring, and now I'm literally paying for it. Anyway, love the podcast and I'd really love to know, has anything like this ever happened to either of you? Love from Natalie.
Oh, Natalie.
Oh,
Natalie.
they were harsh on Natalie.
harsh.
Why'd they make her pay for, like, she'd gone to work after like being
on holiday,
away.
I know.
Jet lag is horrible as well. You feel actually ill.
I've
when
never
you have
had jet lag. I've never travelled. Well, no, I've never had it. Is that when you're coming from east to west?
Mate,
is often the worst.
That's supposed to be, but the worst jet lag I had was Canada. Like I felt, and coming back, honestly, I couldn't stay awake. Like I've had it quite a lot, and it is a horrible feeling. You feel so. I think that's harsh, Natalie. Even going to work the next day.
And listen, sleeping pills. You cannot mess about with sleeping pills. Can you?
Oh, that's I feel
I
bad.
feel really bad for it, and it's like such a pathetic little image. Knickers around the ankles, snoring, side like. If you heard her snoring, why are you taking the fucking door down, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, snoring is a sign of life. That's on them. I think they kind of was like, well,
yeah,
you know, like, we've got to punish you for something.
You're so right. They fucked it. But the only time something like that has ever happened to me was I started a new job. I was like temping for the NHS. This was years ago. And I went into the toilet and like went for a wee or whatever. And then I was like locked in and I could not get out. And luckily there was like a little like window. And the window was open. I saw this little man's feet and I was like, help, help. And I was gone.
He little? Was the man little or just
had
the
little
window
feet.
little? Yeah, little feet.
He had to come and rescue me.
So a man's little feet.
Yeah, his little feet.
Little
and I was
window,
like,
little
help
feet.
me, help.
So
that was
because
on
you're
my first
vulnerable,
day.
aren't you?
Yeah.
I had to. This when I sort of ran into a Costa coffee because I needed a. I just got out too early. I did the shop straight after the school. Right there, I was hotting up myself for a day. And fair enough, you know when you use a public loo and you run into the toilet and it's like someone's banging on the door. Like sometimes you don't know whether a door's, it's not, whatever. When people are really trying to batten down the door, like you try a cubicle door
and
if
it's locked.
If you can't get in,
yeah,
people that go for it. I was like, mate, and he's like, oh, sorry, but I was like, you're so vulnerable in any sort of work situation or public toilet. I genuinely think like a lot of the mental health crisis is because we just need to be at home for a 10 o'clock poo.
Yes, so true.
Do you know what I mean? Like just pooing at work.
What about my sister's story? I don't know if I've told this on the pod, but the train toilets, when you press the button and the doors slide open like really slowly, and she just saw this little woman just looking up at her and their eyes met while the door was like slowly opening and she couldn't shut it.
It's the
She's
worst.
Just there, like,
and those big corner ones that with the proper stars in their eyes. Shh. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to try and wipe my ass on a moving vehicle. And then if you forget to lock on them, mate,
and then you can't lock it, and you're just
and God. You are on show. You are
There's
on
not
show.
enough time. You might as well.
You can't. You're bang to rights, mate. Oh,
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie, we're on your side.
We're on your side.
I don't think I've fallen asleep in inappropriate places.
No, I haven't.
I'm trying to think.
It's hard enough for me to fall asleep in a bed.
Did I tell the story what my kids did to me the other day when I passed out?
No.
I woke up with Uno cards in my hand and they said, your turn. They made me think I was playing Uno.
Oh my God, they were being Derren Brown. They were fucking Derren Brown.
I was like lying there. And the kids sat round me and said, I woke up with Uno. I was like, what the fuck? And I weren't in the mood. It's like proper, like, like a bit of humour might go the wrong way. I was not happy fun mum, mate. I was like, everyone get a bed.
That's funny though.
That is funny.
That's funny.
In a better mood, I just couldn't. I so rarely nod off. So if
Yeah,
I do,
same.
I was dead to world. Like I did not know what day of the week it was when I woke up, and that's why you don't drink Chablis. Right, we have one more listener message coming up. This is an act of kindness gone wrong. Laura, Carmen, I freaking love you guys. We love you too.
We love you.
Thank you for doing what you do each week. You have me in stitches. I have to share this story with you. So, a couple of years ago, my partner and I were out one evening, parked up by the water outside a pub, but just sitting in the car chatting. Cool. Don't threaten me with a good time. Look at that. That's living. Anyway, now, my partner is one of those people who will try to help absolutely any animal or insect he comes across. So you can probably guess where this is going. No.
Disabled duck.
So, out of nowhere, we heard a loud thud. We both got out of the car and realised a pheasant had flown straight into the wall of the pub. And dropped to the ground. Not exactly an area you would expect to see a pheasant either.
Maybe it's having a pint.
Yeah, exactly. Piss peasant. I'm not a pheasant. I'm not a pheasant plucker. Of course, my partner immediately rushed over to check on it. Somehow it seemed fine, just a bit dazed and clearly in shock. Are you talking about the pheasant or the partner? So naturally, he decided the best course of action was for us to take it somewhere more pheasant appropriate, about a 15-minute drive away. I agreed, feeling, I mean, they're by a pub and a lake. You're pretty good. I agreed, feeling sorry for the poor thing. Now, the plan was he would wrap the pheasant in his jacket. Oh, this is a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
And I would hold it on my lap while he drove. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. Having a fucking wild bird in your car? Anyway, for the first 10 minutes, everything was fine. The pheasant just sat there, still stunned, bit pissed, and not moving. No, just still stunned and not moving. My partner decided it might be cold, and so turned the heating fan on in the car.
Aww.
The pheasant absolutely lost it. I'm crying laughing whilst writing this. It started flapping wildly around the car while simultaneously leaving itself everywhere. Oh, mate.
No.
This is how you leave blue water.
Can I just say as well, her partner's like, this is a wild animal. He's like, oh, it might be a bit cold.
I know. I was screaming. It was flying. My partner was trying to drive and somehow keep control. And there was chaos in every direction. Eventually, he managed to pull over near some grass and trees so we could try to get it out. Which, by the way, was not quick. It took a full 20 minutes of flapping and sheer panic before we finally managed to free it. At that point, we just sat there in stunned silence, surrounded by the absolute disaster that used to be our car interior.
Oh, no.
There was pheasant poo everywhere. We drove straight to a car wash. We pulled up with the car wash team that came over. I think they were Eastern European. They were not entirely sure. Right. It was Gigi and her gang. What we were sure about
we
was
pour
the reaction.
vodka on it.
I love they were like, I think they were Eastern European. Like, we don't. Maybe we
Not
don't
sure.
need this. We don't. We're gonna find out if that detail is necessary now, dear listener. But we'll see. They opened the doors, took one look inside, and just froze. Maybe that's why she mentioned they were Eastern European. They started speaking quietly to each other in hushed voices for a few minutes, glancing back at the car, shaking their heads. We had absolutely no idea what they were saying, but it did not look promising. Eventually, one of them turned back to us and said, "Nem." No, it said to us,
Nem to done.
That's Hungarian, by the way. New listeners.
Yep.
Yeah. Would cost triple the usual price of a full valet clean. Oh, mate, at that point, completely defeated. My partner just sighed and nodded.
He just handed over his credit card.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck
And
it.
that is how a small act of kindness turned into a chaotic, disgusting, a very expensive mistake. I still cannot quite believe it actually happened. I can safely say it's not an experience I ever want to repeat. Annie from Colchester.
Oh, my friend's sister's called Annie and she's from Colchester.
It might be her.
Hi,
We
Annie
never
from
know.
Colchester, we don't know, but
Yeah, that's the proper one.
Aw.
Sometimes you do it with people, like drunk people on the train.
Yeah,
Or, you know, when you
try
get
and
involved,
help.
you think, why did I get involved?
Yeah.
Why am I
you tried
here?
to do. I love that. Like, it is funny. You tried to do a good deed, backfired, and then you end up paying for
But
it.
that
mate.
panic as well of like the 20 minutes trying to get it out and shit. And also, like, you were doing the right thing anyway. Why put the fan heater on?
Yeah, it's like, I know what will scare it.
That was your second mistake. Yeah, because the pheasants know the sound of an air fryer now. They weren't going to mess about. Oh, Annie, you got a good man. I hope you're still together.
Yes, we love that. It was so good.
That felt like a dogging story.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were parked up by a pub and we picked up a bird that was disorientated. She all over the shop. Right, anyway, if you have a funny story, we would love to hear it. Please email us, Laura and Carmen at global.com.
Slide into our DMs. That Laura Smith. Carmen shouldn't laugh.
Shouldn't Laugh Pod. We love it. We love hearing about them, and we hope you are all having a lovely week and have a great weekend and have a great life.
And we love you.
I can't believe we're in May.
I know, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. We love you.
This has been a Global Player original production.